For US, we've started working with them about a year ago. And it started, as I said earlier, in the strategic mindset. So we looked at what their overall corporate strategic objectives are, which for Coca-Cola are great. They want to inspire people, empower people, and advocate people. It's great when you're Coca-Cola and you can be that broad in your objectives. So naturally, we had to tie it down a little closer to the mobile home. And so, you know, Inspire is all about bringing to life the immediacy, the proximity, and the snackability, tying it back to what we were talking about earlier. Empower is the utility, making it personal and functional. And then advocacy is about that trust and value. And then what we've developed is working with them across each of these areas, a long-term roadmap. And so now what we're doing quite simply is going through and just checking things off as we go along, following the roadmap. We'll optimize the roadmap every 6 months. And I'll show you some of the first things we've done. This is a mobile optimized website. So we've taken their entire My Coke Rewards website and we now make it work seamlessly across all the various handheld permutations out there. We actually use browser detection software that tells us if you're accessing it on an iPhone or a Windows phone or a non-feature rich phone, a standard phone, and we'll scale the experience accordingly. You get a lot of nice features. A lot of it is content derived just for you. So following the basics of CRM, you can enter your code here. We've already mobilized the entry of codes through SMS, but the thing we're working on right now that's really cool is being able to use the camera on the phone and take a picture of the code. And now what we're working on, which kind of is old school, is you can call 1-800-MyCokeRewards or whatever the number will be, and you'll soon be able to just speak your phone. You'll speak your code. So just some real interesting ways that we're making it simple for you to participate in the program. Next is AT&T, which is a telecom partner for us. And we use a variety of mobile tactics. It's great because we get a lot of permission to do mobile stuff for AT&T. In fact, I said if we can do mobile successfully for AT&T, then we should be able to do it great for a lot of other people because they're very hard and they know all the particular aspects to mobile. What we started with is some basic messaging that you can see on the left. That's an alert, essentially, based on rules. In this case, the rule was you had something in your wish list. So you were eyeing something that you were hopefully accruing points for. And when you reached that threshold, we'd send you a text message. We've now progressed that you can actually say yes or no if you want us to just send you that item right here, right now, so you don't even have to go to a catalog or anything like that. In the middle, we've put a whole shopping experience together so that you're able to go and redeem for items. And the most interesting thing is what we call an MCERT, and I'll get into that in a little bit more detail. But this is a mobile e-voucher that allows us to, when you're in the catalog, you can transfer points into a gift card or a voucher. We'll drive it to your mobile phone. You can go into the store and just scan the phone. And what's great about this, especially because this program focuses on business users, is let's say they're in an electronics store picking up a new camera or their printer broke. They can go, transfer points into a cash equivalent, go, pay for that, and it's a win-win-win. It's a win for the consumer, a win for AT&T because the consumer sees value in their relationship with AT&T, and a win for the retailer because they get paid one way or the other. Plus, the retailer looks quite modern in being able to use this technology. So that's the AT&T case, and I thought here's a couple of stats on all the work that we see with AT&T. The mobile initiatives have attracted the best of the best within the database. Most valued customers in the top third of spend are the ones who participate in these mobile activities. So now we're paying a lot of attention and focus to this because we know these are the right customers So what started out initially as some novel tactics to test mobile has now come into some of the most important ways to get to our MVCs. Mobile represents mobile users 14% higher DSL or internet connectivity, 80% higher bundled spend, and 50% higher long distance spend. So again, a great channel for us now to talk to the most valuable consumers. The last example I'll share is purely strategic. This is with Hallmark greeting cards. They both produce the greeting cards, but they also have retail locations. And what we've done is we actually have a mobile strategy process that looks at a discovery. And through that discovery, we understand what are they currently doing across all of their channels. We also look at the trends and best practices as it applies to them, so we understand what's going on across all of mobile retail. We also look at some best practices, you know, how do you begin with the basket in mind, things like that. And then we bring all that together in a nice strategic roadmap. This is quickly an example of a draft for them where we look at what is their mobile marketing vision, how are they going to evolve from today to tomorrow, what are their strategies as well as the organizational requirements, and then what does evolution look like across various things that we've highlighted for them. On the back side of this one-pager was a prioritization guide using Forrester's prioritization approach, and then a quarter-by-quarter understanding, similar to the Coke example, where we can just go through and tick things off as we accomplish them. And the reason I wanted to share this is there is a lot of effort that needs to go up front to get a robust mobile strategy, that you just can't start by deploying some stuff, or as I like to say, spray and pray. You just throw it out there and we'll see what happens. What we're now looking at is, of course, how we mobilize the Crown Rewards, which is their loyalty scheme. We're looking at how do we provide the mobile redemption. So as I said, a user can go in to the store and be able to swipe. And I think the most interesting thing is we're now even getting to mobilize the stores themselves. And this is quite cool, where we'll have static clings and other in-store point-of-sale material. You'll text X to Y, and you'll get an instant offer. You'll be able to then show that offer to the checkout and be able to take advantage of it. The other thing we're looking at is if we don't recognize your mobile phone number, when we reply back with the offer, we're actually going to also reply back with, hey, we don't know you. You want to get to know us a little bit more? And then we'll start down a process of, if they're a member of the loyalty program, we'll just link their phone number with their customer file. If they're not a member, we'll go back to that quick enroll process I told you about with Amtrak. The other thing we're looking at is not only providing this as a pre-purchase means, but also a post-purchase means, where on the receipt itself you'll have a text call to action, and that text call to action will allow you to then, on your next purchase, be able to get an incentive.